Live from Casa Grande Field on the campus of Brien McMahon High School, it's varsity girls soccer on the DAF Media Network tonight. It's an FCIAC matchup between the visiting Darien Blue Wave and the Brien McMahon Senators. Hi everybody, I'm Damian Andrews. So glad you could be with us on this live stream of high school varsity girls soccer on the DAF Media Network. The DAF Media Network is a joint venture of the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. Welcome into our live stream. I know there's a number of Darien parents who are at the open house tonight, so welcome in. And we are just about ready for kickoff here between Darien and Brien McMahon. And here we go. Darien in the visiting whites, moving from left to right on your screen. Brien McMahon in the navy blue jerseys, moving from right to left. Darien head coach, of course, Lee Parsons, and Brien McMahon's head coach, Angelo Singerliotis. Beautiful night here at Brien McMahon High School. Perfect conditions for some high school soccer. Darien High School varsity boys soccer coach John Bradley is expected on the live stream, so we're waiting for John. Brien McMahon comes in to this game 3-1. Their only loss, a 2-1 loss to Trumbull. And Darien comes into this game 3-1 as well. Their 3 wins were shutouts, and they also, like McMahon, lost to Trumbull by 1 goal. The ball at center field, or at midfield rather, as Brien McMahon's trying to get some sort of offense going here early in this one. Ball rolls out of bounds. It'll stay with McMahon possession. Brien McMahon won this matchup last year in Darien at the Oval. No score here in the early going. We are just underway, and our very own John Bradley about ready to join the live stream. Sophia Tarasides, the throw-in, and that will go off of Darien. It will remain Brien McMahon ball. And of course, number 9 is the captain midfielder, the junior Peyton McNamara, one of the top players in the state, an Ohio State commit. She was first team all FCIAC last year. And here he is. John Bradley about to join us on this live stream of high school varsity girls soccer. Damian Andrew, John Bradley here at Casa Grande Field on the campus of Brien McMahon High School. Ball on the far side of the field here. Here's McNamara, and a nice defensive effort that time by Shea Dolce. Welcome in, John.
Pleasure to be here.
John, this is an interesting matchup between 2 teams having pretty good seasons thus far. Both teams come into this 3-1. Both teams losing to Trumbull by 1 goal. Trumbull, of course, one of the top teams in the conference. Here's Darien now. Nice run here by the Blue Wave. And Jocelyn Lister kicks it out of bounds.
Her premier coach is a very, very nice fella. I know him well. She's a very good defender. I think that's what Darien are going to have to attack down the wings today. So Jocelyn plays outside of here on my team. I know she hates being at centre back, but she's very good in there. That's it. I think it's going to be a cagey affair. I think could come down today to which goalie can perform the best as well. So they both conceded a few goals to Trumbull. And Trumbull, a good middle of the road team this year, and they've had a few wins against teams at the bottom. Darien, good throw into the box. I said Darien looks to be in the same formation it's been playing most of the season, with one up top. Obviously they'll have a game plan for Peyton McNamara. It looks like now she's being shadowed by number 6, and I would expect Alana Dolan to be following her for most of the game. It looks like that's the plan at the moment.
John, how do you stop a player like her? Obviously, you have to mark Peyton Manning, know where she is on the field at all times, but a special athlete, and really is one of the big reasons for this resurgence of varsity girls soccer here at Brien McMahon.
I'd probably tie her shoelaces together. As I said, I don't think you can. As I said, it's like, look, it's going to be very hard for Alana Dolan to pick her up. As I said, when we played the other night against Trumbull, we pretty much had to do the same thing. But I think that as soon as Peyton McNamara gets the ball at her feet, Darien have got to be looking to, I think, get Bravo and Dolan on there to stop a turn. And if McNamara turns, it can be very difficult for the Darien centre-backs. Well, at the moment, it just looks like Alana Dolan's just shadowing her. You can see there, she's just following her around the field. That's a good tackle there. Fairly cagey start. We're 7 minutes in. McMahon on the attack here. McMahon throwing on the far side. Haven't really got too many players forward, so it looks like she'll throw it down the line, and that should be a goal kick for Darien. It'll be, again, cagey affair for the first 10-15 minutes. Neither side going to give too much away. Goal kick here to Darien. McMahon on the attack here. Nice ball out wide. And again, it's sloppy there from both teams. I said they've got to possess the ball a little bit better. For Darien, sorry.
No, go ahead,
for
John.
Darien here, it's going to be interesting to see if Dolan and Bravo can keep the tempo up. Again, this is what you don't want to do. Give the ball away in the middle of the field to McNamara. Here she goes.
McNamara
It's a great
able
ball
to
out wide. And that, I hate to say it, that's a little bit poor there from Neve Linehan. She's got to do better because Peyton McNamara's not going to be able to do it all by herself. Linehan there should have took that on and definitely got a shot off.
Taracides, the captain, to throw it in. Here's Darien going the other way. Blue wave and the visiting whites.
That's well done by Darien if they can get the ball under control.
This is a pivotal matchup for both of these teams, as we mentioned at the outset. Both teams off to good starts in conference, just one loss for each team.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a good tackle there. As I said, I think that if anything this season, this is another good test for them, because the bottom of the league this year is exceptionally weak. So I would expect both of these teams to be in the 8 to 10 win range. So these games are critical if you're going to try and sneak in the FCIAC playoffs. That's a good header. Excellent turn there. Darien back on the attack. They'll be looking for if they can get the ball up to Ellen Harnish here. This is the difficulty with the formation Darien's playing. I mean, you've left... Darien's got some good attacking players, and they're just leaving Harnish up top. And at the moment, we can't get the ball. So, and again, poor there, Darien trying to play out the back. I think Darien should probably look to open the game up and attack a little bit more. And that might be the game plan of Lee and Mike, to keep the game tight and then maybe go with the second forward.
Lee and Mike, of course, Lee Parsons, who I mentioned at the outset, the longtime Darien girls varsity head coach, and his assistant Mike Fraioli, who has done a terrific job with the program. You left it in good hands, John.
Left both these programs in good hands. See, I feel like I'm back at home here.
That's right. John used to be the coach here at Brien McMahon of the girls program.
Yeah.
These are two teams that know each other pretty well. As I mentioned earlier, they met last year on the Darien High School campus. McMahon left with a victory.
This will be a dangerous ball into the box. Again, McMahon. That's it. Oh.
And a nice recovery there.
Yeah, I mean, that Maniscalco said that's one of those where she's got to have it. And I think I was just about to say that McMahon were too cautious there. They put... Darien kept 2 forwards out the box, and McMahon kept 5 defenders in. I think they can push a few more bodies in, because you know when McNamara serves the ball that you're going to get good quality. So here we go again. Another excellent ball into the box. Missed again. I think that would be frustrating the coach.
And Maniscalco covers it up.
Yeah, that would frustrate Angelo, because that's 2 great balls into the box. And that definitely should be, if I was the coach, I'd be disappointed that we're not winning 1-0. Again, Darien trying to play out the backs. Fox is going to look to swing it out wide. But again, Darien give it away. That's a good tackle.
Here's Dolan with possession to Bravo.
Bravo and Dolan, 2 very good players. I just wonder here how much pressure is going to be on them today. I mean, they're trying to build, but they've got no options to come out the back too. Ellen Harnish having a great start to the season. Again, Darien having crossed the halfway line and give the ball away. Harnish having a great season, but it's very hard to do it with 4-on-1 up there. But if Ellen Harnish can get the ball in open space, I think she's going to have a great chance to get on the score sheet today.
We'll talk a lot about Bravo throughout this match. She's utilized a lot on set pieces for Darien.
Excellent player, Bravo.
And then, of course, the Darien field hockey team here in attendance, watching this one, rooting on their classmates. Here's McNamara. Back to Peyton Korzenik.
And that's what you hope you don't see too much. That's Darien can't afford to be giving away cheap fouls there. That is definitely the Darien field hockey team. You hear screaming and shouting in the background. Another great ball into the box. This is well defended by Darien. Hello, Darien field hockey team. Again, it's going to be another dangerous service. McNamara is, I would say, one of the better players in the league at striking the ball. Another great delivery. Again, McMahon simply being overly cautious there, and this could hurt them.
And a good clear by Darien. They turn it the other way, and it's Ellen Harnish down the far sideline. Ball scoots out of bounds. Darien retains possession. The throw in, Bravo.
Good play. This will be dangerous. Handball.
And that'll be a handball, so no goal there. Handball on Darien.
As I said, that if I was Angelo, the McMahon coach, he'd definitely be a bit frustrated at the moment because they just need to put more bodies in the box on these corners and free kicks. I said they're going to get fantastic serves from McNamara all day. No need for McMahon to be afraid. Let's get some bodies in the box and look to put it away. But from Darien, I said they're defending them perfectly so far. And I'm looking for Darien in the next 5-10 minutes to get on top of this game because McMahon are struggling to find McNamara's feet. It's only going to take one interception and one ball over to Harnish, and then I think it'll be Darien taking the lead in this game. Good ball out by Niffin there. Again, that's well defended by Darien.
Ball on the far side of the field here at Casa Grande Field. Damian Andrew, John Bradley joining you. Thanks so much for joining us on this DAF media broadcast of varsity soccer. And the ball will roll out of bounds.
It's one of them. Throw in here to McMahon. And again, that's poor execution there by McMahon. Kalen Ortiz there, got to do better with those throw-ins. Good clearance by McMahon.
And the ball rolls out of bounds. Bravo comes over, number 2, to throw it in for Darien. Ball in front of the
very dangerous
net.
here if Darien can get a shot off on goal. Well cleared by McMahon. Frustration starting to show here from McMahon. Like I said, in the last 10 minutes, Darien starting to get on top. It's going to be a dangerous ball by Bravo. That's a great free kick. I look for this to be a goal.
And a nice save. That was a nice save, John, by the McMahon goalie,
yeah, that's
Kayla Kochia.
Yeah, it was a good punch over the bar.
And
Bravo again. Bravo will be looking to get this in. If you look at the back post, we've got Alana Dolan in there, Ramsey, Harnish. This is where I think Darien can be looking to take the lead. If she can get a good service into the box, I don't think McMahon can cope with the Darien size and strength. And that is an excellent delivery.
Ball rolls across the end line.
I think this will be a nice time for McMahon to get a breather here. Get their legs back under him.
We've almost reached the midway point of this first half. No score, Darien McMahon. Border rivals in the FCIAC. McNamara serves it up.
Yeah, I said that McMahon now struggling to get any link-up play going. As I said, Darien's done a good job of isolating McNamara.
Well, they had to come in with a game plan because, as we mentioned at the outset, she is one of the top players in the state, was all FCIAC last year as a sophomore, first team. Darien trying to switch fields here.
Yeah, like I said, Darien making sure that every time she gets the ball, there's 2 players on her, making life difficult. And Darien pretty much going to take their chance that at some point they're going to get the ball up to Harnish, and she's going to put one away. I think she's got 7 or 8 goals already this season. McMahon's struggling to build out the back, so they're giving the ball away really cheaply here. It looks like the coach is persevering with his system. At some point, maybe you throw it out the window and go for broke. As I said, they're trying to be a little too cute, and Darienne's going to win the ball in a dangerous area soon. Easy ball into Maniscalco.
Maniscalco has played well since being inserted as the starting goalie.
I think you jinxed her with those words, and then she kicked it. Just. And both these teams actually pretty young as well, so games like this are good experience.
Darien, of course, last year was senior laden in terms of its top players with Katie Ramsey, Christine Fiore, and of course Emily D'Annunzio, who is now playing Division I college soccer up at Colgate in central New York.
And that's the joys of high school. Eventually they move on and someone else gets to step in.
Absolutely. Want to give a quick shout out while we have a moment to our DAF media production crew. James Leone, our director, for the very first time in his career. Our camera operators are Thomas Kiernan and Trey Cahill. Doing a great job bringing all the action here from Casa Grande Field in Norwalk. And another nice stop there by Kayla Kochia.
Excellent work there by Alana Dolan. As I said, I think they've just trying to get a few shots on the keeper and see if they can come up with a goal before halftime. That's an excellent punt. And like I said, Darien doing a good job of closing down the space to McNamara. That's a great ball in behind to Linehan if she can get it. That's well defended there.
Nice defensive effort that time. By Darien. So it's going to be a corner here. Another set piece for the Brien McMahon Senators.
I think she's going to be looking to curl this into the danger area where Maniscalco is. Again, you can look, the McMahon player's coming from the back post. That's a great ball. It's almost a carbon copy at both ends. It's great serves at this end by McNamara and the other end by Bravo, which has got to be better from the attackers in the box. Another fairly simple clearance from Darien. But again, there's nothing there that Harnish can do with it when she's pretty much up there with 4-on-1.
And that ball will roll out of bounds. Brien McMahon retains possession on the far side of the field. Victoria Papadopoulos, the throw in here. The sophomore.
Here we go. Darien, it's a great ball. It's a good header. Again, I count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 McMahon players back behind the ball. Going to be really hard on Darien with just 2 people up.
Ball near midfield.
That's just going to be, McMahon could be in trouble here.
Here comes Darien. And a nice save by Kochia. Kayla Kochia with a nice save for Brien McMahon. And so an opportunity there for Darien goes by the wayside. Still no score here, John Bradley.
No, like I said, both coaches are doing the same thing. So you got both playing with one forward formation. As I said, I'm not a fan of it. Because because I think both of these teams have got more talent and they could literally go for it and try and win this game. I think whoever gets the first goal in this game, that's going to be it. I don't see the other team coming back. So these next 10 minutes are going to be really important. Natalie Rover's going to get a shot off here. It should be a corner to Darien.
Cece Stein, the freshman, seeing some minutes here for Darien. Couldn't track that one down, but it will be Darien possession here.
It's a great time in the game if Darien can put one away here.
A penalty corner for the Blue Wave.
As I said, I make my prediction that the first goal wins this game. Bravo with the corner. Can she be aiming back post? It's beautiful. There it is. Oh!
And a nice save.
Oh, I lied. Off the crossbar. Me and Damien are going to find out. I say crossbar. Crossbar are one of the best saves I've ever seen.
We're going to take another.
And Darien obviously found a weakness, which the two coaches have done well to figure out. That's why they're aiming for the back post on those corners, because like I said earlier, there's no way McMahon can mark the Darien players from those. I look for Darien to keep pumping more balls down the flanks, win some corners and capitalise them. Ramsey here with the throw-in. Did we get our action replay yet?
We have our replay, yeah. We're going to take a look at that in just a moment, that save.
It's a good throw-in. And again, Darien's done a brilliant job of keeping McNamara quiet. Again, she's got to be frustrated, as I said, being one of the best players in the league, if not the best. Coach Angelo's got her playing so deep that she's struggling to get on the ball. I think he would be best off moving her higher up the field, letting the defence and midfield play her in. Right now she looks like she's running a track meet. Darien back on the attack.
Ellen Harnish.
And that'll suit Darien perfect, with McNamara receiving the ball. This could be a goal for Darien if she gets a good strike off. Unlucky. McMahon cannot want McNamara receiving the ball on her own 20-yard line. The coach has got to do a better job here of freeing her up, get her in possession, and I think what he'll do at halftime is, because there's not much he can do now, the joys of soccer is there's no timeouts, you've got to play it out to halftime. I think after halftime you're going to see McNamara have a lot more say in the way this game is played. Darien back on the attack again. McMahon is struggling to cross the halfway line. Well defended by Darien. Just as I say that, they get away with murder in there, and McMahon have got the ball.
Here's McNamara. Trying to get an angle, and that is wide of the near post.
And she'll be disappointed by that. Said, knowing her well, she should be taking that defender on and looking to get a better shot off.
She has not had a lot of opportunities in this one. The Darien defense has played well, done a good job marking her.
Yep, the game plan that Mike and Lee have come in with has worked to perfection. I mean, that was just a unfortunate giveaway by the back four there. It's like Darien have issued a challenge to the other 10 McMahon players to come and beat them. They're going to make sure that McNamara doesn't do it. Again, McMahon giving the ball away sloppily there, working hard to win it back. That's excellent. But again, there's not enough bodies forward for either team. McMahon just falling into the same traps as Darien. As I said, I want to see one of these coaches be bold, be brave, get out there and try and win this game. McMahon back on the attack again down the right-hand side. That's well cleared by Darien. McMahon looking for a shot.
And that is a goal.
They're going to give it to McNamara, but it's a unbelievable deflection. Shot was by.
We're going to take another look.
Shot was actually by Chloe Ortolano, who it deflected off. Looked to me like someone's bum just scored a goal. To be fair, it was a wicked deflection, but like they say in this game, everything counts. It's your shots on goal, and Chloe Ortolano, they're brave enough to take the shot, and 1-0 McMahon. Game on. Will Darien come out of its shell, or will it stay the same?
So here's Harnish. We're back underway here after the Ortolano goal. The captain, the senior midfielder, coming up with the score. Second team All FCIAC a year ago for Brien McMahon. So one of their top players back for her senior season, and a good start for her in this one against Darien.
She's another very good player, and I'd like to see that she was brave enough. Here comes Maggie Ramsey. Again, I can read Coach Angelo's mind over there. They've just scored a goal and a little bit sloppy in the middle of the field, giving the ball away. Ortolano, an excellent player, as I said, brave enough to take the shot there. 10 minutes here for Darien. I think it's essential that they get an equaliser by the break. That's unlucky there by Dolan. I don't mind that, trying to be a little bit creative. She was trying to flick it over her own head there. Unlucky with the handball. Again, it's fun to watch today with McNamara and Bravo, two players that can actually strike a ball well. She spotted something there. McMahon have tried their quick free kick if they can get the ball into the box. Here's McNamara just attacking the goal. Here she goes. Darien will get two people over there. That's excellent defending by Darien. Yeah, but that's a foul to Darien. That's exactly how they got to defend that play. That was Solga was quick there. Solga, one of the captains, looks like she came off the bench.
So a free kick here for
again,
Natalie Bravo.
Brilliant delivery by Bravo. Well defended there by Lister. Bravo's looking to open the game. That's a good ball by Bravo. Darien can get it to the left-hand side. First time Darien have really switched the field in a while. The best ball movement we've seen from Darien in a while. Ramsey will be looking to find someone. It's a good ball by Ramsey. McMahon back on the attack. Just on this turf that might run out. Just approaching the 8-minute mark here. Maggie Ramsey with a long throw down the line to Solga. McMahon moving the ball nicely here. Well won back by Darien. Couple changes being made by Angelo here. So Riley Garlick coming on.
I want to thank Brien McMahon High School and Athletic Director Joe Manaferi for allowing us full access here of this beautiful press box here at Casa Grande Field to set up for this live stream of varsity girls soccer. Darien, Brien McMahon, the Senators strike first. Chloe Ortolano, the senior midfielder, with the first goal of the game for the Senators. And John, you said earlier that, one goal could be enough.
No, I'll take it back now because Darien's going to get two. I've changed my mind. Again, McMahon defending compact. As I said, it's both defences have been very, very good. Hard to break down. As I said, that was a deflection from distance. And ironically, Darien's game plans work really well, containing McNamara. McMahon back on the attack here. Maniscalco with the kick here.
Here's Bravo near the 40-yard line. Gets it across midfield.
That's good link-up play there by Darien. Exactly where they want the ball if they can straight. That's good defending again.
And the ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be Darien possession. The throw-in down the far sideline.
That's a good turn.
Time ticking away here in this first half. Blue Wave down a goal. I want to thank everybody for joining us on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation.
Like I said, Angelo's done a brilliant job here the last couple of years. I said he cares about these kids. He's got them in a great system of play. That's a tricky ball in there for the goalie. Well done. And you can see McNamara, he's dropped her a little deeper here for the last 5 minutes. The aim of McMahon here with 5 minutes to go, he's just going to be getting here, protect the 1-0 lead. Darien's obviously going to try and break this team down. Not like that. Okay, well, Darien's got to do a lot better job on the ball. As I said, when Darien swings the ball side to side, looks good, looks dangerous. That's the easiest way to break this McMahon defence down. But right now, McMahon don't look in much trouble.
There's a good look at the Darien bench. The throw in here at far sideline.
This is where you don't want to see McNamara running at you from this distance. Just again, some people don't know her that well. They're just serious, one of the best players, but that's another great example of players being unselfish. She played the ball in there to Tassaridis, who probably will be a little disappointed there that she didn't. Sorry, that was to Riley Garlick. Only a freshman. She's got to do a little bit better than that, though, when she's played in with a 1v1 with the goalie.
McNamara, we've talked so much about her. In March, she was invited to play with the U.S. national team's U16 team.
And anyone who tells you can't do two things in high school is lying to you. She's a valuable member of the track team here as well. Well done there by Fox. Again, just over 3 minutes to go here till half-time.
DAF Media will be live streaming the boys' soccer match tomorrow night at Darien Stadium Field against the Brien McMahon Senators.
Do you need me to do the commentary for that one? I can coach them up in the booth.
We'll mic you on the sideline.
Now, wouldn't that be an experiment by the DAF?
Yeah, that'll be under the lights at the stadium field on the Darien High School campus. And, of course, your Blue Wave off to a really nice start this season.
That's an excellent header there by the Darien defense.
There's McNamara showing off her skills near midfield.
Again, that's a Darien plan to get two over there. That's excellent defending by Darien, and it allows you to counter-attack quickly. And they've been very, very, as I said, clean. I only remember one early foul.
Under 2 minutes now remaining in the first half. 1-0 Brien McMahon here under the lights, Casa Grande Field.
I said Darien's done it the right way tonight. I've seen certain teams go out there and try and kick McNamara to pieces. Darien's been clean, as I said. They just have a game plan that when she gets the ball, two people are going to tackle her, and it's worked out well. McMahon back on the attack here. This is dangerous if they can win a corner. Excellent defending there. Anna Fox has really done a excellent job in there tonight. As I said, apart from the goal, I don't remember the Darien defence being really troubled too much. And the tough thing here as well was with Bravo taking all these goal kicks and corner kicks, people don't realise she's running an extra 4 or 5 miles a game every time she's got to take one of these. So I think from Darien's standpoint, we've got to get her more in the attacking half of the field. But again, she strikes a lovely ball, so I understand why the coaches do it. Again, well defended there by Niffin. Not the person you want to give the ball away to.
Gives it up to McNamara, and here comes Brien McMahon down the far sideline.
That's an excellent turn. Unlucky there. So 40 seconds here. Can Darien counter-attack quickly? That's an excellent ball to open this up.
Bravo up to Harnish. Here comes Harnish.
First time we've really seen Harnish be able to find some space here.
Quickly double teamed.
That will disappoint the coach. That should have been out for a throw-in.
Ilana Dolan trying to turn it. Here's Solger.
Just 15 seconds here. The coach would ask to get you out of that for a little bit of naivety here from McMahon. There are 2 chances there to get the ball out for a throw-in.
And it's booted across
halftime
midfield, and that will do it for the first half. Brien McMahon 1, Darien 0. That'll do it for the first 40 minutes. We will take a quick break, and we will be back with second half action on the DAF Media Network.
If you live in Darien, most likely you've benefited from the Darien Foundation. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4 million in grants to the Darien Emergency Services, public schools, and community organizations.
My husband and I are so happy to be raising our 4 young children in Darien. Over the years, I have admired the projects that the Darien Foundation has supported, and I'm excited to be a member of the board helping to further support the Foundation's mission. Kids' eyes light up when they talk about learning and eating in the edible garden at Tokenique School. It certainly gives us peace of mind to know that if and when the next storm hits town, the Darien Library will always have power thanks to the Darien Foundation providing a generator.
This past year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $420,000 in grants to enhance our community. After years of being the only high school stadium in Fairfield County without lighting, Friday Night Lights came to Darien last fall. The Darien Lights Brigade led the charge, working with neighbors and town officials. The Darien Foundation came in with a grant to meet the crucial funding deadline. Now field hockey, football, soccer, and lacrosse players can play under the stadium lights. A team of high school students offer interactive STEM workshops alive with experiments in robotics, chemistry, and engineering to elementary school kids in Darien. The week-long summer camp and monthly Sunday programs have provided over 1,200 hours of hands-on learning to hundreds of grade school students. Built in 1778, the historic Mather Homestead was a safe house for locals to hide valuables and ammunition from the British Army. Owned by one family for over 2 centuries, the home was gifted to the Mather Foundation last year. Visitors can truly experience 18th century life via the original furnishings, family heirlooms, architectural details, and antique fireplaces. DAF Media puts high school students behind the cameras to live stream youth athletic games and community events. Some 30 student volunteers rotate to produce several live broadcasts each week, overseen by veteran TV anchor Damian Andrew. DAF Media leverages cutting-edge computer and camera technology to offer a fun and collaborative STEM learning experience. Parents and fans can watch games anywhere around the world. Darien is one of only a handful of towns in the United States to have a dedicated Boy Scout campground and cabin. Over 300 boys participate in 2 troops in 4 Cub Scout packs, and that number keeps growing. This June, ground will break on a new cabin and an expansion to the campground property.
Many of the grants we've given out have helped close capital funding gaps at several of our local nonprofit organizations. You can drive all over town and see projects that we've underwritten or supported, from the expansive renovations at the YMCA to the playground by the Sound and flagpole at Weed Beach, to the new sound system at the Darien Arts Center, and to the special operations vehicle at Darien EMS Post 53. I'm personally grateful to see my own family reap the benefits from the grants endowed by the Darien Foundation.
For 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien and offering our community organizations, emergency services, and schools a local resource to help them pursue innovation and excellence. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.
We are back here live on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew, John Bradley joining you for this varsity high school varsity girls soccer match between Darien and Brien McMahon.
Back underway here for the second half. Again, let's see. It looks like my memo worked. Darien straight away lined up in a 4-4-2 here with Harnish and Solger up front. McMahon attacking already. It's an excellent shot. Good save by Maniscalco. Chloe Ortolano having a good game in there. Another excellent shot. Just back on the attack again. McMahon well defended there. Again, Darien 3 to McNamara there. Excellent defending by Darien.
John, your impressions of the first half, and here we are in the second half. Darien down a goal, 1-0. Chloe Ortolano with the goal in the first half for Brien McMahon, the senior captain.
Again, I think it was a really cagey affair, the deflected goal. Darien unlucky. Did we see if that was the crossbar or save from the header?
Yes.
It's a close one, but again, that was the closest Darien came. As I said, Darien so far looked real dangerous on set pieces. As I said, I wish Darien could maybe have Bravo. Maybe Fox could take a couple of these goal kicks. I said it's going to wear on her. Bravo's a fantastic attacking player. I'd just like to see her in the last third of the field. Again, another excellent goal kick though. I think Darien, by the looks of it, of the halftime team talk, got a nice roast in there, and Lee and Mike will be looking for him to come out here, get the equalising goal in the first 10 minutes. The longer this goes, I expect McMahon to keep it packed in, stay compact. They're only playing with the one forward again. Again, I think Darien will be looking to get it down the wings. Well defended there by Lister. And I think Lister's had an excellent game today in defence, even though she might not like me saying it. So she reads the game so well, makes it easier on the rest of her defenders. Maggie Ramsey here on the ball. Again, you can see Darien already, just by having the two forwards up there, immediately got McMahon under pressure. I think the instructions are, we're not worried about how pretty this game's going to be. Get it in the danger area and try and get the equaliser.
Darien in the all-white unis, moving from right to left. McMahon looking to clear here. McMahon in the navy unis, moving from left to right.
Again, a little bit sloppy from both teams when they're just lumping the ball around. Courtney Ball with a throw in here. That's a good ball into the box. This is dangerous. Oh, and that should have been the equaliser from Darien.
Take a look at that. Over the crossbar.
Like I said, the halftime team talk looked stern, straight to the point, and it looks now that Darien are going for it. Instructions to get the defence under pressure. I think it's not long if Darien keep knocking on the door like this. I think it's not long till the equaliser comes. I think the ref got himself a little bit confused there. If you're not sure, ref, just toss a coin and you'll figure it out. Bravo looking to throw another long one into the box. This would be dangerous if they give her space, because she can look to put this on target. Well defended by McNamara.
McNamara comes away with it.
I think she's going to have to look to keep this herself. There's no outlets here. If she puts this in, be one of the best individual goals I've seen in high school. That's an excellent run. When you're just seeing her talent there, she went a full 60, 70 yards with the ball. Can McMahon get back here and defend? Should be an easy one for the goalie. The ref again. A bit excited, as I said. I think he can make his point with that being so vocal. Definitely frustrating for a coach when a ref makes a big deal out of nothing. It's a little free kick, put the ball down, get on with it. Bravo's going to lump this in the box. I think this is what Angelo fears. He knows that Darien can dominate with their height and power. Again, a great ball in there. This could be the equaliser. Well defended by McMahon again. Eventually Darien's going to make one of these count. McMahon back on the attack here, looking to win something in the attacking part of the field. Good defending by Ramsey. The ref must think the McMahon ball girls are time wasting with 34 minutes to go. If you keep stopping the clock, we'll be until midnight.
So we are just about 7 minutes into this second half. McMahon leads. They led at the half thanks to a first half goal from one of their captains, Chloe Ortolano. Again, she was second team all FCIAC last year. Talented player, midfielder. Darien now.
Alana Dolan with a nice turn there. No Niffin, good ball out to Bellissimo. Again, sloppy first touch there from both teams.
Here's McNamara as McMahon looks to advance the ball.
Again, it's tough there with the one forward. Again, they've got to hold on to it a little bit better and give their forward a chance to get open.
Bravo swings it out to the far side of the field.
To Ramsey. Bravo definitely the best player from Darien today, sitting in the middle of the field. Again, I'd like to see her be allowed to go forward a little bit more. Maybe she will in the last 20 minutes. But I think if Darien going to score today, it'll be from one of her set pieces. Oh, McMahon win the ball back there nicely.
And here comes McMahon. And Maniscalco with the stop.
Good save there. Nice clearance.
There's Solger showing off the wheels.
Again, Darien working a lot harder this half, been a lot more direct, been very impressive.
Well, John, it is an absolutely picture-perfect night here at Casa Grande Field, a venue you know well, having coached here.
Right, Mr. Matafari, give me my, thank him for giving me my first head coaching job. As I said, we had some good nights under the lights here, and right now, unless Darien can create something in the next 30 minutes, it looks like McMahon are going to hang on again. McMahon doing a lot more counter-attacking, but that would be expected because Darien's committed more bodies forward. Far more entertaining half than the first half, to be fair, and I think all credit to both coaches there. They're going for it, as I said. Darien definitely opening the game up, going for it, and McMahon realising that they can commit more bodies forward when they win it, are really putting Darien under pressure. So I think we're in for an exciting 30 minutes here. And as I said, let's see if Darien can get a goal to get a result out of this.
Darien, of course, coming off that great run a year ago in the state tournament. They ended up losing in the state semifinals. No Darien varsity girls soccer team had been that far before in the state tournament. And they lose to an FCIAC opponent, Staples 3-2. That game was at Fairfield Ludlow High School. And of course, Darien qualified for both the FCIAC tournament and the state tournament. They were bounced by Ridgefield 1-0 in the quarterfinals of the FCIAC tournament a year ago. And right now, they're down in this game 1-0 to Brien McMahon, but off to a pretty good start again this season.
Yeah, as I said, I'm looking at both these teams today, and I think both of these sides are definitely going to make the state tournament. FCIAC is going to be tricky one, because I think you're definitely going to need 8 or 9 wins to get in. So both of these teams I would expect to pick up right around that. I expect them both to pick up the 6 wins against the bottom teams. I think some of the bottom teams, unfortunately for them, are definitely a lot weaker this year. So it's games like this can make the difference between getting into the FCIAC. I think teams like Wilton, New Canaan, Darien, McMahon, we'll all be in there fighting with Ludlow, Ward for those last couple spots. McMahon back on the attack here. Has some good skill there.
By Viviana Luna, just a sophomore, the forward, showing off her skills with the ball.
Just realised as I'm standing here that I'm a lucky man, because she's going to be playing for me after the season as well. Club, yeah. If I could only get a couple of Darians to put that lacrosse stick down, I'd be even better. So would Leah Mike. Another good save by Maniscalco.
Well, both soccer programs in Darien have grown without question over the last several years, and certainly consistently in the middle of things in the FCIAC. Both the boys and the girls. Here's Peyton McNamara, free kick.
This is interesting because there's a little bit of wind behind us. I wonder if you're going to cross this or try and strike it on goal. There's your answer. Just wide, but I mean, again, there's not many players in the league like her and Bravo today. It's unbelievable the way both of them strike a ball.
She struck that ball at around the 42-yard line, and that still was moving when it went wide of the far post.
I think if that's on target, it puts Maniscalco under a bit of pressure.
Yeah,
I mean, it's literally going in the roof of the net. Again, Bravo on the goal kick here. 27 minutes to go here.
I think that's your phone,
Maybe
John.
Could be Domino's.
We are live here from Casa Grande Field on the Brien McMahon High School campus. McMahon leads 1-0 in this high school varsity girls soccer match.
I predict not for much longer. I think ball into the box, goal here.
Natalie Bravo on the far side of the field. Free kick here. Opportunity on a set piece for the Blue Wave.
Another great ball into the box.
She sails it into the box.
Well, that was me being hopeful.
McNamara chips it up to Luna. She's down the near sideline here. Being defended by Anna Fox.
This is dangerous. If they could just look on their left here. Again, she's... That's a great ball. This could be a goal here if she get... Oh, what a save by Maniscalco. Excellent work there by McMahon. Corner here to McMahon. Great ball. Ooh,
And a nice stop by Maniscalco. Natalie Bravo will take this kick.
Again, it's unbelievable the amount of running she gets through. Again, change here by McMahon. Caitlin Hocker going off. Ex-Darien player. Again, you can hear Angelo slow the game down exactly as I would, get organised. They got the ball throwing here in the last 25 yards. McMahon have created a couple of excellent chances in the second half.
Nice opportunity there for Brien McMahon, just couldn't capitalize. Bang, bang play there.
That's excellent work. I think I need to get a new pair of glasses. I couldn't see who that was that ran down the wing and cut the ball back there, but excellent skill and pace. Again, Darien got to be careful marking here. McMahon got on the last one of these. Another excellent ball.
Nice ball into the box. And that shot sails over the crossbar. Nice touch that time by Caitlin Ortiz, the sophomore midfielder. She had a look, John, just couldn't capitalize a little bit too much. Sails over the crossbar. And it's still 1-0 Brien McMahon.
Yeah, they're a little bit frustrating because you don't get too many of those, so she'll be a little bit frustrated not to get that on target.
I mean, she had a terrific look that time. Here's Bravo. Serves it up past midfield.
I think we've been playing nearly an hour here, and I don't remember one ball by McNamara or Bravo that hasn't been pristine.
Here comes McMahon
back on the attack.
And that sails wide of the near post. So nearly another goal.
And that was well done there by Ortolano. I think, again, another excellent player. The disappointment she'll have there is was the wrong technique. She saw the keeper coming out. She didn't even need to hit it so hard. If she'd have got that just over Maniscalco, that would have been 2-0 McMahon. And I don't really see how Darien was going to get back into the game. McMahon at the moment on top. Should really have put this game away. I mean, the way soccer runs, Darien's still in this. And again, an overhit pass there through to Maniscalco. McMahon's had every opportunity to put this game away. Angela will be frustrated with that, and if they don't see this game out and win it, I know he's going to be very disappointed because they've had a 10-minute spurt here where they've been all over Darien.
Still 1-0. Brien McMahon. Ortolano scoring in the first half.
McMahon on the attack again. That's a great ball.
And Maniscalco diving to her left.
That's well defended there by Anna Fox. Vivi Luna giving her absolutely all she can handle up there. But again, if Darien can just, that's a great turn there by Dolan. Bravo as well. Bravo and Dolan are going to be the ones here if they can get the ball up to Harnish. McMahon's kept Harnish fairly quiet tonight. She's another player that's a huge difference maker. That's a good move by McMahon. As I said, there's a little bit of wind. This turf's very fast, so that's just a little bit overhit. But again, another ball that split the Darien fullback and the centre back. A little bit of naivety being shown here by Darien, but still hope. 20 minutes down to go, only 1-0 down. Hopefully Darien can get their act together, get in the attacking third of the field and get an equaliser. That's a dangerous ball by Bravo. Harnish will be on her toes here. If she can get on the end of this, that's well defended.
Far side of the field, McMahon takes it away, turns, ball near midfield. And we've got some substitutions.
Approaching the 19-minute mark here.
So we're more than halfway through the second half. John Bradley, Damian Andrew joining you. Thanks for joining us. We've got nearly 30 live viewers right now, which is terrific. As I said at the outset of our broadcast, a lot of Darien family members, parents specifically, couldn't make it to this game tonight.
Darien back on the attack here. Can they get it? It's in a dangerous area.
And Kochia comes away with it. As I was saying, the Darien open house tonight, so a lot of parents couldn't be here in person. Glad you're checking us out on the live stream.
And when they hear how entertaining the broadcast is, I'm sure they'll be clicking on when they get home as well. Getting at the moment, saying this far too often, the ball back in Maniscalco's hands. Here we go again. That's a tricky one. Safe hands, Maniscalco. Maniscalco's come a long way. She had a good game today.
Speaking of announcers, commentators, one of your former players, I'm sure you probably already know this, will be on the broadcast tomorrow night, Eric Hannigan, who is back in the Darien area. He will be on the call for the boys' soccer game, Darien, Brien McMahon, tomorrow night on the DAF Media Network. That will be live from Stadium Field on the Darien High School campus. Here's McNamara.
Again, this is a little too far out, I think, for a shot. But again, you never know. Great ball into the box. And I'm just trying to figure out how they all missed it.
And it rolls across the end line. That was wide of the far post.
I can see Angelo writing down in his little notebook, work on corner kicks and free kicks tomorrow at practice.
Well, you and I always go to you on this, and we talk about set pieces and how important they are in this game.
They're at the highest levels. Free kicks and corner kicks and throw-ins win and lose games.
Yep.
Like I said, if McMahon don't hang on here, that'll be his biggest frustration. Again, they've got 17 minutes to see this out. Great ball there by Harnish. Like I said, she's been quiet tonight, but she's going to be the key for Darien. If they can unlock the door, I expect that she'll be part of the move. McMahon on the attack again.
Solger. Down the right sideline.
If that stays in.
The ball rolls across the end line. And it looks like we're going to have a Darien corner, John. And it'll be Bravo who will take the corner for the Blue Wave, as she so often does. 1-0 Brien McMahon. Set piece here for Darien.
Positive man. Let's get this in. I know we're getting a good delivery. Great ball by Bravo. This could be it here. Oh.
And that ball ricocheted back across the end line.
That's an excellent set piece, though, delivered to the back post by Bravo. As I said, for me, unbelievable from both Bravo and McNamara today. Well, as I said, Bravo lining this up. I expect another delivery towards the back post. Knock it down. There it is. Can they tap it in? McMahon better get the first header here. Looks like a free kick. No, it doesn't. The ref says play on. "15 minutes to go here. Darien looking to get back on top. Again, another free kick there by the ref. I think that's soft. But it's all you need. 15 minutes left. I'm predicting here Bravo's going to fire this in over the goalie's head. 1-1. Line up a brilliant last 15 minutes for us.
Here's Bravo, the free kick, under 15 minutes remaining in the match.
Here we go.
Bravo serves it up.
There it
and
is.
That's
There's
a
the
goal. Let's take another look at that.
And again, the ref, as I said, I hate to criticise officials, and I'm not going to have a go at him, but he's just given the McMahon coach a yellow card there. Completely unnecessary. Well, wasn't a foul. Darien scored. Okay, no need for the yellow card. I said I deal with this game in, game out, and 99% of these refs are brilliant, but I think sometimes they get excited. I called it an hour ago, and he's made his statement. He's given me a yellow card for obviously something he said. I don't mind when refs make mistakes. They should hold their hands up and get on with it. Now it's game on for the last 15 minutes. Let's see who can get a result here. I don't think a tie will please either of them. As I said, McMahon had a lot of chances to put this game away. The ref's going on again to the McMahon coach. Again, spoiling the game tonight. I think it's all on Darien on the front foot here. As I said, for me, Bravo man of the match for Darien. As I said, Darien back on the attack here with Tyler.
That rolls out of bounds. It'll be Darien possession, Bravo to throw in. Yeah, Bravo has had quite a night for the Blue Wave.
Again,
she has been involved throughout and scores off the free kick.
Another great throw. Again, that's a little bit of naivety there by Linehan. The ball's rolling out for McMahon. Throw in. She tried to keep it in. Yeah, Darien clearly buzzing now on the front foot.
There's head coach Lee Parsons. A throw in there for the Blue Wave.
Like I said, I'll be the first to apologise to the ref if that was a foul later on. As I said, it looked a bit soft. As I said, coach was frustrated, but got to get on with it now. So the McMahon girls look rattled. Doesn't help when the coach is screaming and shouting as well. So maybe he should have got his team a little bit more composed. But I said, for this last 13 minutes, I think Darien's going to punish them here. I said, this could be it right here.
And
Unlucky.
That ball goes into the side of the net there.
As I said, McMahon had plenty of chances to put this game away. Now predict Darien's going to batter him for the last 13 minutes by just long balls. Look to use their pace and athleticism, and I think McMahon's going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Again, they've gone just with the one isolated forward in Luna, so unless they can get the ball and get out of trouble, it's going to be a long 13 minutes for McMahon. So another ball just straight back in there by Darien, cheaply given away by McMahon.
Darien throw in.
Another ball into the box by Darien.
John Courtney Ball on that throw-in, the sophomore. She's played valuable minutes so far this season on the varsity.
She's had a good game today. McMahon back on the attack. again, but it's a little too sloppy in that last part. Yeah, Courtney Ball's had a good few games so far, and this is a good test for her today. Tyler on the attack again. Got to do a little bit better there.
Out comes Maniscalco to haul it in.
Darien looking to play out the back here with Ramsey.
She swings it out to Maggie Ramsey. Maggie, of course, the younger sister of Katie Ramsey, the talented three-sport athlete at Darien, who graduated last year, played soccer, basketball, and lacrosse, is playing college lacrosse out on the West Coast at the University of Southern California. That ball was out of bounds, kicked out of bounds, and it'll be McMahon possession here.
Getting a bit sloppy there, because I said Darien can do better than that. There's only one forward up for McMahon. Settle that down, play out the back.
Well, an exciting conclusion to this one, John. Tied at 1 now. Under 11 minutes remaining.
Corner to McMahon. Again, it's the set pieces for both teams. I said, if McMahon don't put one of these away, it'll be an extremely frustrating night for the coach. I said, I don't know what they do at practice, but I'm sure they'll be working on a lot of these. But you only need to make one of them count. They know this is going into the danger area. Darien making a switch here with Harnish dropping in.
Here's McNamara.
Great ball. Well done by Maniscalco. And now Darien on the counter-attack here with 2v2. That's great defending by Lister. Excellent defending by Lister. And if she can look down the line quickly, she's got players open.
Jocelyn Lister, the junior defender for McMahon. Nice effort on the far side of the field there. 10 minutes remaining in this one, 1-1. Darien McMahon. We've got a whistle.
Literally, as I said,
was that a jump ball, John?
I have not a clue. I could lie to you and tell you I've got any idea what's going on here. Ref blew his whistle for something. He's now dropped the ball. We ain't got a clue what's going on. Now he'll have a go at someone else. I said it's disappointing when refs just can't let it be. Not sure. And it's exactly the same thing for the third time, and now he's given up. That's great work there by Darien. As I said, that 2 to the ball instruction. This could be another corner here for Darien.
Here's McNamara now. Far side of the field.
She's going to release this or try and go on her own. That's a great ball. They'll be looking to win another corner here. Maniscalco's come out. She's dropped. Oh!
Maniscalco able to hold on to it as she comes way out of the box to get that one.
Good work there by Maniscalco and her best punt of the day.
Aggressive play that time, no, by the Darien keeper.
Yeah, that was well played. I said she
Maniscalco.
just held on to it at the end. I said brave to come off her line there. This is definitely more stressful than coaching my games for sure. 8 minutes to go here. Couple of changes for Darien. Tyler going off. Good throw there by Courtney Ball.
Under 8 minutes remaining in this. McNamara.
That's a great turn
across
there.
Midfield. Here's Luna on the near sideline.
Can Luna spot the run? Oh. Ortolano's not releasing this one. That's a throw-in. That's well done.
Both teams have been able to have stretches here of momentum in this second half.
Yeah, it's been, as I said, as a fan of Darien and someone watching the game, it's kind of two different things, because I'd rather Darien win a close game 1-0, but Darien in the second half have showed their attacking potential. it's opened the game up. It's allowed McMahon to counter-attack. Like, even in this situation, if Darien can just get the ball up to the forward like this, that's unlucky. It opens the game up a lot. That's a good touch. As I said, so I predict a winner here. I don't think you can see both teams going for it. Excellent tactical gameplay by both teams. Ortolano and McMahon, excellent games. I said, to me, bravo. Excellent for Darien today. I'd make her my player of the game. Now, is there a difference maker for either team that can get the winner? We're about to find out in the next 6 minutes. Throwing it to Darien. Luna's had a good game up top as well for McMahon today. Darien back on the attack. Here we go.
And a nice defensive effort that time by Brien McMahon. Victoria Papadopoulos, the sophomore defender.
Well cleared by the McMahon defence. Here goes Bravo. Should be looking, could you get someone out? That's a great ball. This could be it. Harnish only needs one chance.
Here's Harnish.
That's well defended by Lister. McNamara with the ball here. It's a great ball into the space. Courtney Ball's going to have to clear this one out. Can she shield it out for a goal kick? Yeah, well done.
Smart heads-up play that time by the sophomore.
Time winding down, but I still think there's going to be a chance for one of these teams to win.
Nell Niffin doing a nice job there.
Niffin, see, it's all these. I mix my blondes up. What can I say? Apologies to the Niffins there. I've coached most of them, so they'll forgive me.
Here's Bravo.
Again, with a. And again, I mean, if anyone deserves a day off tomorrow, it's her. That's going to be dangerous. If Lister doesn't clear this first time and Harnish turns, that's well defended by Lister. She's had an excellent game today.
She has. Jocelyn Lister, the junior for Brien McMahon. Junior defender has played well, especially here in this second half. We're under 5 minutes left in this one. Tied at 1 in what has been an entertaining soccer match between two FCIAC rivals, border rivals, Darien and Brien McMahon. We are live here from Casa Grande Field. Damian Andrew, John Bradley.
Oh, McMahon back on the attack. What do we got here? Again, well defended by Darien. Ortolano's had a very, very good game in there as well today.
Niffin clears it.
I see the golf cart, so I must see Mr. Madafari around here somewhere. I think when he retires, the golf cart goes with him.
I've known McMahon Athletic Director Joe Madafari a long time, always at the top of his game. Terrific AD. Used to be, of course, the varsity baseball coach here at Brien McMahon, and did a great job with that program. John, you were here for how long? How many years?
Brief. In and out, 1 year. Before they had all these gorgeous turf fields, before the lights.
Yep. It's a great facility here at Casa Grande Field. Great lights. The school, too, is relatively new.
We used to practice on the dirt up there. That was it.
Yep.
Again, can someone get a winner in these last 3 minutes? Again, I think the way the game's played out, a draw would be deserved for both teams, although obviously I'm sitting here hoping for a winner for Darien. McNamara with the ball here. Oh, that's unlucky. That could be...
and that sails across the crossbar.
I think if that one was on target, it would have been maybe the winner. 2 minutes to go here. Bravo with the goal kick. Here's Alana Dolan with a good ball over the top. McNamara with the ball here, just under 2 minutes left.
McNamara, great save
by Maniscalco. And Maniscalco looking for the quick release here as well.
Take another look at that. Great save by Olivia Maniscalco.
And that was McNamara with her left foot. That's why she's one of the most talented in the league. Darien getting the ball up, but out from McMahon throwing. That could have been the last chance of the game for either team to win it. A minute to go here.
We just took another look at that save by Olivia Maniscalco.
Very clean hands on that save. Minute to go here. McMahon. I think McNamara will be looking to... Look, pure excitement of this ref. What's he going to do now?
We've got a stoppage here, 49.6 seconds remaining. We are tied at 1. This was a really well played, wouldn't you agree, by both teams? Well played game.
We better not count our chickens. There's 50 seconds left.
You never know in
soccer. Seen this happen before.
Anything can happen. That's right.
And this could be a tricky bounce. Darien better get to it first. That's a good header in. And it's a corner. I think this is going to be one last chance for McMahon. 38 seconds.
So this will be a corner opportunity for Brien McMahon here, late in this one.
As I said, we work on this a little bit, and I don't imagine her rushing. I think they'll just take one shot here. Everyone in, 20 seconds. Again, that's why she's one of the smartest. She'll let this run down to about 15. There you go. Great ball into the box. It's there. There's bodies. It's off the line. It's another header. There's bodies everywhere. It's 6 seconds. What a clearance off the line by Darien.
That will do it, John Bradley. Your thoughts on this one?
I think it's going to be a lot more. This was a lot better than the Jets-Browns game is going to be tonight, put it that way.
1-1 tie. That's the way this one will end.
As I said, I think McMahon had a lot more of the clear-cut chances. I think they'll be a lot more disappointed than Darien. As I said, Natalie Bravo, I think they should give her the weekend off. She has put a shift in there. Easily Darien's best player today. Maniscalco, some good saves in goal. And they'll have to get ready to regroup because they've got a few hard games coming up. And I will see you tomorrow evening. Yeah, no doubt. We will see you, John Bradley. Thanks so much for hopping on the DAF Media Network for this one. This one ends in a 1-1 tie. Darien, Brien McMahon, well-played matchup here at Casa Grande Field. Give a shout-out to our entire DAF Media production crew. Did a terrific job. James Leone, our director. Our Camera 1 operator was Trey Cahill. Camera 2, Thomas Kiernan. So for John Bradley, I am Damian Andrew. This has been a production of the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Once again, Brien McMahon and Darien play to a 1-1 tie in varsity girls soccer. Have a great night, everybody.